Kelly Yates is back. We're going to talk about sheep today. Now, we had our original 3 girls, Mavis, Milkweed, and Myrtle. All right, now out of them, all of a sudden we've got all these sheep out here. What happened?
Well, you know, 5 months, 150 days after they meet that boy, they can.
But you can really build up a flock fairly quickly. And I mean, we've already talked about all the things you have to watch out for. The Katahdins, I think, are a very good breed for around here, and that's why we chose them with your guidance and talking to Beth and everybody. So we're to the point now where our old girls will die of old age here because we scratch their ears and stuff like that.
It'll be a little while, though.
It'll be a little while.
You'll get some more babies out of them.
We'll get some more babies, but they're our friends. Now, we are realists. We live on a farm. We will consume some sheep. Now, the babies are 5 or 6 months old. And if I wanted to continue rotating them and letting them get it's still going to take a long while. So it's no problem to start beefing them up a little bit?
No, I would beef them up. Here's the thing about Katahdins. They are a smaller frame sheep.
Right.
So it takes a while to get that muscle development on them. Now, you can do it on forage, but it could take you over a year.
Right.
Once you go over a year, it's not lamb anymore. You're going to start getting that mutton deal going on.
Yeah.
So my recommendation is always to supplement that. So give them some feed. And you can feed them up to 2% of their body weight a day, but that's something that you've got to work up with because you'll make them sick if you give it to them all at one time.
So what kind of sick do they get if you feed them too much?
Well, you could kill them, for one.
That's not the kind of thing
you don't want to do that. You have to think about sheep or the ruminants. When you start giving them corn or some kind of a grain supplement, it changes the bacteria inside of their gut. Sometimes it can kill the bacteria in their gut, which makes them good ruminants, good forage converters. And so that's the process you have to go through, is that you have to build up kind of the resistance in their bodies for that. Now, you'll vaccinate for that because you'll give them your CDTs. So you'll do that 3 times, right? You'll do it at 4 weeks, 8 weeks, and 12 weeks is a good roundabout time to do that. So the CDTs will help you on that to try to eliminate that overeating disease that they'll have. Because
we spoil them, they get some corn every other day.
Right.
With their mineral. We put that in with it and let them get whatever they want.
Okay.
Now, so is that a help that they already introduced to corn to some degree?
That will help some, yes. What you'll want to do is, since they're old enough, like you can actually wean somewhere between 60 and 75 days.
Gotcha.
So you can go ahead and wean them off, and you can just kick those moms off that corn altogether because you're not really doing them any favors at this point. So you don't want them to get bred right now. You know, you're probably, well, it depends on when you want to go to your processor, but you're going to want to breed them in the fall. That's usually the most time that they're fertile. So you're just going to want to put those girls on vacation. Just put them on some grass.
Let them chill.
Let them chill. Let them enjoy not having those babies following them around. You know, it's like going to the grocery store without your kids. So put them on vacation, and then you're going to put these babies off and you're going to feed them. Gotcha. So I would still rotate them around and keep them on forage, but I would give them some grain supplement. So you're going to want to feed something that's at least 16% protein, and you're going to have a good energy balance on there because they're still growing and you're trying to create meat at the same time. So you're going to have to offset their natural growth rate in order to get that meat on them.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So one of the bigger ones, what do you say that it might weigh right now?
Surely, hopefully they're at least 65 to 70 pounds.
Okay,
at this
what do we
point.
want?
Okay, well here's the other aspect of this. So since you're trying to be sustainable, and obviously I don't think you're going to produce all the lamb that you're going to eat. I know you're pretty big lamb eaters. That's a good deal.
I like our lamb.
I know I eat a lot. But if you got to that point, this is the things that you have to consider. So Katahdins, they're going to hit their peak in size between 100 and 120 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Now, because you're going to be giving them feed, you're going to want to put this breed to the max of their potential, right, to make it worth your money, okay?
Gotcha.
So let's say that you shoot for 100 pounds. That's the easy numbers, okay? I would go higher than that. But if you go to 100 pounds and you get that animal processed, you will probably walk out with like 35 pounds of meat from the processor.
Gotcha.
So you have to keep that in mind. You have to decide how much meat you want. You got to figure out how many head that you have, and then just decide which works best for you.
See, that's good information because right now I look at things a little bit differently than I did a while back. This is for us. We're not selling this meat. We're not trying to get rid of it, using it for ourselves.
Right. And the other thing you have to keep in mind is think about how much your processor is going to charge you, like your kill fee and your processing fee on that too. So literally put the pencil to the paper, calculate how much feed is, how much your processing is, and again, that would probably help you figure out what poundage you want them to get to so that you feel comfortable spending that kind of money. I mean, if you've done it and you spent $20 a pound, it's probably not the most optimum, sustainable way to go. You may just want to buy that lamb and move on with your life.
But to some people, it's very important. Now, the great thing about Kentucky now and what's going on here in Kentucky with Kentucky Pride and knowing where your stuff comes from, I can go to our favorite store
Yes.
and I can find Jim's product over here, or I know the first name of the person, I've talked with them. We know what they're doing. That's great.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Now, also saying that, here we are right here. If I wanted to, if it was worth it to me to know that there are sheep, when I raise my cattle, it's not to save money.
No, no.
When I raise my
you won't
calves,
save money
I'm
raising
not
them on your own.
trying. I am not trying to. I am trying to make them exactly, engineer them for what I want for my freezer.
Right.
At 700 pounds, boom, they're gone.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Still on milk, best alfalfa I can afford, some sweet feed, so on and so
You
forth.
throw that alfalfa on these sheep over here and they'll go crazy. I mean, that's a high protein level right there.
My question to you is, where can I find some quality alfalfa right now?
Okay, Kentucky Department of Ag has a hay forage testing department.
Okay.
And people will sell hay through that department, but the hay is tested. So you can actually analyze that hay test and you can compare that to your feed ration. So the key is to feed as much hay as you can and then supplement with your grain, because the grain is expensive. So you can go to that website and find some really good hay sources.
Well, I'm telling you what, we're having so much fun here, and with folks like you who know your stuff and can come in every now and then. I know you're busy like crazy, but every now and then can come in and share information with us and our viewers. I want to thank you so much for coming out today.
Thank you.
Very
it's great to
informative.
See you. All right.